Sorry about that. I was trying to rearrange some things and get things in order and just kind of do what needs to be done. So I've got the blinds opened up. I absolutely have no light on. I've got the two windows in front of me and the window off to my right. Nothing on the left. So this side should be kind of, let it catch up. There we go. This side should be kind of off. Hey, I am back. Hi, Tony Wallow and RM. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I wanted to come back. I've been kind of catching up on clickbait and Squid Game while I'm rendering out some things that I'm doing. And I'll show you what those are here in just a second. I think the one that I rendered, I forgot to mute the audio, so I'm gonna have to, if I start it, I gotta do it not broadcasting so I can mute the audio, because I know one I did mute and one I didn't mute, but who knows which one that is. So see, I got the old Farmer Ken suspenders on. I was doing some work. Gotta keep the old britches up. So I'm gonna go into here and I'm gonna see if I can catch this here. I think this is it right here. And I'll mute that. Hopefully nothing gets through. I'll make it full screen and I'll start it over. So some of the changes that I made are, and it's been a pain in the neck, I wanted to fill in some of these empty spaces in between these rotating scenes. So I added 3 pictures here. One kind of rounded, 2 really squared, and I'm thinking about maybe adding more. I don't know yet. It's just a thought. So I'm gonna let it play out and then we'll go from there. Just picture in your mind the theme from Charlie Brown playing, and that's what's in the music to this. I need to fix that page too. That page is off. Well, I can still hear it. Is the music coming through on YouTube? Because I know I'll catch a violation if it is. I fixed that one earlier today. That one wasn't working. I fixed that. I figured out what was wrong with it, and I fixed it. It wasn't really that difficult of a fix. So this is actually, there's no more changes to that. So that's that change. Now I'll let it catch up. And it's good. So here's the next one. This one doesn't have any volume. So again, it's got the same 3 I added there. And then I added 3 in here. And that was as far as I got. And the 3 are this one here. And these are all from this past weekend. This one here and then this one here. And for the life of me, I could not get this scaled down. I really want it to be in this as you'll see when it plays, it's going to end up right there. And that's fine. That's what I wanted. I wanted to start at the bottom, and I wanted to end up here, which it did. But I can't get this scaled down to the size that I needed to. And when I tell you I tried, man, believe me, I tried. So, and since I don't have a graphics card, I literally have to render it out and then go look at it and say, okay, that's cool. And what I've done is I took this version, copied it onto a flash drive, put it on my other computer, and I literally am going through, okay, so I stop it there and go, okay, I can add things there, good to go. Then when it gets here, I can add things there, good to go. And I've been going at this now nearly 3 hours, and that's as far as I've gotten. So I just wanted to share that. And then, of course, I got distracted on YouTube. I came across somebody else that does DaVinci Resolve, and he's into a lot of the 3-dimensional effects. And he just lost me because he was zip, 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 and no explanation whatsoever. And he's got, let me go to the old screen of muting it out so I don't catch a violation. He's got 11,400 subscribers, 11.4 thousand subscribers. So he's been around for a while, and he does have some really good effects. But man, he's hard to keep up with. So that's what I've been doing. Of course, I had to go get what I wanted to put on there, and then I had to go bring it in and then try to put it in there. And I just cannot get that one picture scaled down to where I want. And then I also see other things I want to do on the original one as well. So I think also one thing I want to do is I want to take an effect like this and work it into DaVinci Resolve somehow. I don't know if you can see it or not. No, I don't think I can. Well, if I make it full screen, what happens? Well, yeah. So you can see where I cut this out right here. I mean, it clearly just is a horrible. But it's just fun to mess around in photo. That was done in Photoshop. It was pretty fun. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Anybody got anything on their mind? I don't see Chris yet. I don't see Blackwatch yet. And Blackwatch actually put a comment about it later or something to that effect. And I forgot to leave it running, so I could go back and look at the comments. I shut it off, or not shut it off, but I went back to the home screen. The little things you learn. So the rain started falling. I needed something to do. So what's a better way to catch up on some things I'm behind on and render out something that takes a long time to render out. I think the one took, it said an hour and 40 minutes, but I don't think it took but about 25 minutes, which was good. I don't know anyone that's got a graphics card that I could borrow to get this. I mean, if I get a graphics card, I could probably knock it out real quick. But, you know, that's going to happen when it happens. So, anybody got anything on their mind? Anybody got any effects they'd like to see in DaVinci Resolve? I'm always up for a challenge. I'm always up to try to learn things. I mean, right now, there it is. All of this is what makes all of that. Of course, I could close this, and then you still have all of this. So originally it was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've added 3 more because I don't know if I can put something over here and have it affect something over here. And this is all just basic, simple stuff. And I do notice, oh, well, actually, I don't. I thought I had a gap, but I don't. I have this one right here. And like I said, so I'm going to go in there and fix that. I want to get this. Oh, RM, believe me, I was lost when I first started this, and I'm still lost. Oh, by no means do I know what I'm doing. And I'll show you exactly how I can back that up. And I apologize, my eyes have been bothering me, I think, because of the diabetes lately, and I have to rub them every now and then. But I want to go in there and clean this one up a little bit. I want to move the round picture right here up, and then I want to get these more where they're supposed to be, maybe rounded, I don't know yet. But yeah, you want to talk about being lost. So I'm going to go ahead and take a stab that this will automatically save since it's been rendered twice, and it did. Whew. That always concerns me. So I'll go in here. I gotta answer this text real quick. Let me go back to the old revolving world, Earth, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so hopefully that text doesn't get answered anytime soon. If it does, I'll have to do that again. So, you want to talk about being lost when it comes to doing something. I'll bring this one up. I believe this was the original one. Yes, this was the original one right here. So, if I hit play, which is the space bar, I changed it. We originally did this with Darren's name in it. Darren and I were actually on a Zoom session or a Facebook session, I don't remember. And that's the original one right there. We did this on October 10th, and it took, I don't know, about an hour. And this is real simple stuff. So then he wanted to know how I did it, so I went back into DaVinci Resolve, and I started her up. Went to Untitled Project, changed it to I'm stuck on 30 frames per second. I really need to experiment with that. And then I said, oh, this is real simple to do. And then my mind went blank for at least 2 weeks because I could not remember how to do it. And it's so simple to do. Now, every time I say that, you know what happens. So you go over here to your media pool, you grab your media. I obviously don't want anything to do with the kids or anything, so I go to downloads, which is right here, and I'm going to grab this one, and then I'm going to go back and grab another one, which is this one right here, and then I'm going to go grab, I don't think there's anything else I can grab that would be effective to this. And you can see I've been messing around with the Doug and Garth thing quite a bit. There's my electric skeleton. Tony's seen that. Wow, that's going back a while. So let's just use... I'll use the MP Crest. Okay, so we all know you grab it, you bring it down here to the timeline, and it's there. Yay, that works. And if you go into Fusion, then it's there, your media in, media out. So if you want to do something to have an effect on this, then you add what you want to affect. So I'm going to add text, and I'm just going to put basic text, and clearly I've got my cap locks on, and then I'm going to make sure this is going to show up on the right hand side, and if I bring this over to here, there it is, and if I bring this over to here, there it is. So if I change my basic text, now you'll notice I've got both on. I got one on the left hand side, one on the right hand side, so I can kind of keep an eye on what's going to happen. If I put in there and go, man, I gotta take cap locks off. Go Ken, Stout, Live. Now I've noticed, I still am old school and I hit my space bar and do everything. So if I wanted to add a shadow to this, and I go in here to shading, and I go to the second one, which is red, I believe, and then I enable it. Then I want to go back to text, and I want to make it bigger, so you can see the red outline around that. You can change the shadow color. If you wanted to make it blue, you can make it blue. You can see it changes to that. But you'll notice if I change, I believe it is this one. No. I believe it is this one. No. This is what I mean about being lost. Nope, that's not it. There's one of these you can change where it changes how this is affected. And maybe it's composite. No, it's not composite. Well, nothing like a moment of, geez, I forgot how to do that. And if you unable it, it goes away. If you enable it, it comes back. It has to do with, I can change the thickness right here. I can make it really super thick. You can put a solid background behind it. Okay, so there it is. So you can do that, or you can put a solid background behind it, but you got the spaces in here. So how you fix that one way that I found is you come in here back to your text mode, which is where I'm still at over here. You go back to text, you get rid of that, and then you type in Ken Stout Live, and it's all one solid deal now. Then you come back to shading, and now you should be able to change that. Okay, so I'm confused. Lost. I'll go with lost. Doug has the corner on confused. I'll go with lost. Man, this is crazy. I just did this, but anyway, you can see how that affects. I did one where it actually got the angles and everything else. It looked really, really cool. I don't remember how I did it. Excuse me, I don't think that changed anything. So now we have this. I'm going to put the text over it, so I'm just going to come right here, and it's going to add my text. You'll notice it put a merge node in there. You can do that a couple different ways. You can grab the merge node right here. This was where it gets confusing, because you put this into there and then that into there, and then where does this go? Okay, that worked pretty good. I've actually done this where it takes forever to figure it out. So I found out the easiest way to do it is to have this connected, take whatever you want to put on top of that or add to it or whatever, and bring it to the out, and it automatically puts the merge node in there. Now I can move this around. I can put this where I want. I can animate this. I can make it start here and go off here, which is what we did with Darren. If you remember the example I showed you, it started out and went across like that. Actually, the original one, it started out, stopped right there for 2 seconds, went about right there for 2 seconds, and then it disappeared off. And I'd really have to give it a lot of thinking just to remember how to do that. It has something to do with, you take it over here and you set a timestamp, and then you go find it, and you put a timestamp, but I don't think I did that right. Then you put another timestamp right there. Then you run this all the way out to the end, and run that all the way out to the end. So if I come back here to the beginning and hit space, well, that didn't work. I'm glad I can make fun of myself. So that didn't work. So now what I want to do is I want to do control. Sorry about my train clock. So the story behind the train clock is I needed a clock in here beside the computer time. I just wanted, old school, I like to have a clock to look at. So we stopped in either Goodwill or the Restore store, and we bought 2 clocks, and this was a train one, and it had 2 slots for batteries, and when I put it in there, it started making that noise. So it was pretty cool. I think what I did wrong is, I think you have to take your cursor, and I need to get this right there so I get something to work with. So I believe you have to take this all the way back to 0, then you move this where you want it. If we hit space, ta-da! I remembered. Ta-da! It's just going to loop, but that's how you do it. Now I'm going to stop it. So now I want it to stop right where it's stopping. So I'm going to go ahead and let it play one time. And it stops. about where I want it to, so it's stopping right about in there. Now to get it to go all the way like I want, it's going to stop for, I don't know if you guys can see, no, hang on, I need to enable my, there we go, yeah, I know. So now when I do, so you can see right here at the halfway mark, actually it's off by 2 seconds, but it's got a second before and a second after. So what I need to do now is I want to grab this little red marker and go all the way to the end. Then I want to grab it right here and I want to tell it where to go, which is off the screen. So now, with a little bit of luck and fingers crossed, if I come back over to here and I hit the space bar, it should go to the middle and stop and go on. So I do recall a little bit about what I'm doing. So yeah, RM, it's confusing, and I was lost at one point in time. Through repetition of doing it, through repetition of watching a lot of tutorials, through repetition of watching a tutorial and doing it at the same time, I'm getting done what I want to get done. So Casey Ferris, who does DaVinci Resolve, just posted something on Blender Crash Course, Beginner's Guide to Using Blender. Blender was talked about in another stream I was watching. I guess it's a video editing program, and I don't need to learn another one. I'm good with this one. I do have another one going. I have Photoshop going, and I'm learning that. So I hope that kind of shows you how lost and confusing it could have been. We'll go back to the original thing. So now I got to remember how to make this dumb YouTube smaller, because I still have issues with that. You know, networking, if someone were to say, here's $1 million, tell me how you network something, I have no clue. I could not, you know, it's horrible to say that I should have some knowledge of how networking works, but I don't. It's just sad. It's scary. My hat's off to you for learning networking. I don't know how old you are. If you're like most of us that seem to follow Carrie and Doug and everything else, you're plus 50. I know I'm 62. I believe Doug's 62 or 63. Carrie, I believe, is 52. So just, you know, keep it simple, plus 50. I'm going to try to change the size of this logo right here. And I'm going to do that by, oh, I remembered. So I'm going to bring it down to, you can either use the arrow, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, or you can click inside there. I'm going to make it 0.50, and both the vertical and the horizontal are locked, so it's going to make it 0.50. And I'm going to go a little smaller. I'm going to make it 0.45. That's cool. So now I want to move it from here, and I want to put it up in this corner. And that's done with the position X and position Y. So I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to move it right to there. And then I'm going to move it up to there. I'm going to go back over here. And it should have changed, but it didn't, but that's fine. I'll worry about that in a minute. Why didn't that change? Yeah, I'm retired, so I got nothing better to do. Oh, there it's doing it. That's not what I want. That's cool. That's fine. And I got started in this, and I don't know if you've heard me say it or not, but a friend of mine caught COVID. He wanted to stream on YouTube because he didn't know how long he was going to be out of work, and he's like a lot of people in the world that think YouTube's a big cash cow money making machine that you can do videos and make money, where you can't anymore. hear rumors all the time that it used to be really good. I don't know. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it because I like doing it. I'm in it because I like to show people some of the things I've accomplished. So I'm going to change this, and it's going to want me to save it. I'm going to say no. I don't want to save it. I'll bring this one up. So I don't want to save that. So this one is one I've done. And the green orb I actually created somewhere else and then brought it into here. And I swear to you, I probably need to make that ball bigger because it's proportionate to what's going on. I think it's in here. Yep, there it is. Tony, can you tell me which node I need to change to make the ball bigger? I would really appreciate it because I don't remember. Let's go see if this is it. Bring that up over there. Nope, that's not it. I don't think it's the black spear. Nope, that's in 3D. So here's something cool. As I watch these guys, I noticed they moved it around like this, and it took me probably 2 months to learn how to do that. And it's real simple. You hold the Alt tab, you press down your mouse key, and then you can rotate this any way you want. Now Control Z puts it all right back to where it's supposed to be. I don't think this is it. Nope, that's not it. I mean, it's got to be in here because it works right there. So it's got to be in there. I've got a C170 webcam. I've had it for a super long time. I mean, probably, I don't know, at least 6, 7, probably about 8 years. And it works just fine. I'm looking at the C920, but there are other things I want to get prior to that. So, I mean, it works. Hopefully the audio's halfway decent. I've got my audio turned down over there because I don't want to hear the squealing feedback when I turn it up. And if I turn it on, see how long it takes. See how long it takes. Didn't take long. There's the echo, and I can hear that there. You can hear some of the squeak. So I just mute that. I have it running on my other monitor so I can keep up with chat. And the reason for that is if I don't bring it on out of the monitor, then I have to come over here and do it right here, and I just as soon not do that. So back to here, I want to figure out where this green orb is at in this mess right here. Because I want to make it bigger. Oh, there's the orb on merge 3. So it shows me on merge 3. Is it actually on merge 3 though? Let's see if I move this down. Yep, there it is. So it is on merge 3. What happens if we move that over here? Okay, first of all, Control Z, put it back. So center is half, Y is half. I'm just going to move this up to here. And then I'm going to go back over to here. And there it is. So if I play this, what does it move it up to there when I play it? And it'll take it a minute to render. Yep, it did. Now if I really wanted to, I could come in here and figure out what I needed to do. What did I say it was? 0.05? 0.5. Delete, delete, delete. And then the same thing over here. 5. Delete, delete, delete. Enter. Should put it back in the center. And we will see. It did. So slowly but surely I'm putting this all together. It's challenging sometimes. And how that green warp came about was, I'll show you, then I'm going to, oh, it's after 5, never mind. I wanted to catch our weather. I got one project I need to get done. And I'm probably going to have to put on a light jacket to do it. So it's either skeleton, I think it's this one. And now the Halloween's passed, I don't have to worry about getting it done anymore. Okay, so now it's showing media's offline. Well, the effect works. So let's go see where this is supposed to have been. This is supposed to have been on the desktop. Okay. Okay, so it was on my desktop, and this is image 3972. So cancel that. Minimize, open. You're looking for image 3972, and it's right there. So this is in new volume F DaVinci Works. So close that. I'm going to come back over to here. We're going to come up here. We're going to change the file location, the source, and this is going to be wonderful. I don't see F DaVinci Works open, and it didn't work. Wonderful. That's good to know. There we go. F drive DaVinci Works. We're going to change it. Now that picture should have showed up down here, but it didn't. Why didn't it show up? It showed up here, but it's not showing up down here. And that's probably because it's this one right here. And change the location. And it's going to be in there as well, I think. Or no, you know what? That might not be in there. Yeah, it's over here. So that's crazy. It showed up. Why is that not playing? And sound effects working real good. Showing up there. So it should also be showing up here. Oh wait, it's fusion composition. There it is. So maybe so all of those nodes below this is what's causing that to work. My neighbor is out cutting his grass in the rain. I should yell out the door and have him cut mine. So it's still not going to work here though. That's kind of weird. Yeah, we moved from Vegas where we had AT&T, what was it called? Uverse. Great internet. Of course, we had their television set up as well. And then we moved to Charleston, Illinois, and you have your choice of Mediacom or Consolidated Communication. They're both about as horrible as can be, but Mediacom at least doesn't want to charge me to use my own equipment, which is good. Now I think this is going to want to save this because I did make changes. So if I X out of that, I guess not. Good to go. So yeah, progress has been made. I'm real. Oh, I know what it was I was going to ask. Should I rotate those three in the background? And then I'm going to work on that. And the three that I added there, should I rotate them? What do you guys think? I realize this is our screensaver. It's never going to hit the market. It's just for us. And by us, I mean me, my sons, my mom, and whoever else may or may. Hey, Gary, thanks for joining us. You got a knack for showing up when I'm getting ready to leave, but now I'll stick around. I'm guessing it's not lunch break. I'm guessing you are home. I like to tease Gary. So I'll catch you up, Gary. I made two versions. I did some editing to the screensaver, and there's two versions I did. The first one is right here. Then I'll make sure it's volumed. I added this picture, and this picture in the middle. Then the second version I did is I did it again, and I added the three, obviously, and I just added these three right here, which is this one, the one that's moving, and this one over here. I got issues with this one here, and then I want it to actually really fit in this space right here, but I'm really coming up with not being able to figure out how to do that. But I got it to at least move, and then that's it so far. So now my question is, should I animate the three that I added on the first set, and should I animate more than I have? Should I animate these other two as well as this one? The primary goal on this one is to get it to fit in that little square right there. I think if I get that, that'll be fine, I think. And then I'm clearly going to go in here and just kind of fill in some of these spaces with things. I'm not going to rotate these or anything. I got to clean this one up because I don't like the blue outlines. And then on this one, what I really want to do is when it spins, I want to put, when it gets to about right there, I want to put pictures down here and pictures down here. Then that's going to take some doing to do. So while you guys are, I should create a poll, huh? Give me a toy. So did I not say it should be this one? I hope. Yep, it is. Because, oh, why is my media not showing up? So, sounds good in that I should animate them, you think? So, all of this right here is what makes that screensaver. And then obviously I've got the audio muted out so I don't catch a violation. Okay, good. Gary says I should animate it. I will. I'll figure out how I want to animate it. So I could do that live and you guys will be bored more than you are to tears, or I can do it later and then post a I can record it, edit it, and now we're getting big time, or I can do it, record it, not edit it, and post it and go from there. One's about as broad as the other. I know I want to figure out why in the world I cannot change this one right here. So, that's not the one I want to change. I need to make this, there we go. No, I'll animate them. I don't know if I want to do it. I mean, you know, geez. So how I figure out which one I'm working with is I just start shutting stuff off. Okay, so that's the one I want to work with. You see, when I turned it off, it went away. So I turn everything else off that's not pertinent to what I'm trying to do. I want this one. No, I don't want that one. I don't need that one. And I don't need that one. I need the two that are there because that's where I ultimately want this to end up. So I want to Am I at the top? I guess I am at the top. So I want to work in this one right here. And RM, if you ever take this up, you want to make sure it's highlighted with the red box and to do whatever you're going to do. I haven't DVE'd this one yet. That's an effect. I might have to do that just so I can make it do what I want it to do. I don't know. 45, 40, and minus 445. Blackwatch would be so happy. I'm about to take notes. So 450 on the X and Y. And then my position is 40 and the Y is negative 445. Now the reason I'm writing it down, in case I can't get control to work, I can go in there and fix it. So zoom, I'm going to that's the original size, I think. Yeah. So why, oh my goodness, why am I brain dead on this all of a sudden? I don't think it's infusion. It's not. I don't need the media pool open. I don't need that open. Yeah, I haven't done any effects. This is just strictly editing. So I don't want to mess with the anchor point or the Y point because that's what it's anchored to start here and go up to here. All I want to do is figure out how to maybe move it a little bit more to the left. Wow, it's got to move away. If I go from minus 20 to, if I go from minus 20 to minus 82, I would think that would move way more than that. So let's go with minus 90. Huh? Maybe not. Let's go with minus 95. Now let's go with minus 99. Okay. Anyone want to take a guess on what I should go with? Let's go with minus 105. Daggone it. Go with minus 110. And let's go with minus 120. Closer. I'm going to go with minus 120. I apologize. I got to go over to here for just a second and answer this. Okay, sorry about that. Just a few things going on that I need to not procrastinate on and take care of. Okay, where was it? So minus 120, that looks about right as far as the horizontal goes. I don't want to mess with the 992.430 vertical because I want it to end up there. So I'm going to turn everything back on. Actually, I'm going to turn everything back on. I want 8, 6, and 5 off when I go back to do this. That should bring everything back up, and it does. We're going to go back to the beginning. It will be horribly slow because I need a processor, I need a graphics card. I can't believe he's cutting the grass in the rain. That's dedication right there. It moved back over just a little bit, so that's fine. I can live with that. There we go. So it did, when it got finished, it moved a little bit back to the right, which would probably be you guys' left. I don't know how that works. But I still cannot figure out for the life of me. I could dynamic zoom it, I think. Let's see what that does. No, I don't want to dynamic zoom it. And this is why I render it out, because it's so choppy you can't really see the effects. And I don't know, you know what, I'm going to try something. You're going to see it right here live for the first time ever. Not really, I'm sure people have done this before. I'm going to try to render from here back to here only, nothing else. Instead of rendering this whole thing, I'm going to see if I can render a section of it. So if I go here and go here, that highlights everything. Now if I go up here to File and go Quick Export, and I'm not going to change anything, I just want to export it, and I want it to be timeline 2, and I'll hit save. Well, I'm going to guess, since it says it's going to be 1 hour and 29 minutes, it's going to render that whole thing. Now, I know in other applications you can render bits and pieces, and I'm pretty sure you can do it here. Oh great, my phone just decided to go to left field. Good old Apple iPhones. So I'm going to cancel that. Welcome back. Didn't know you had left. So I'm trying to cancel this, and it's not letting me cancel that. That's interesting. Yep. So I guess I'm not going to cancel that, and we'll see how long it takes to render out. Okay. Oh, there, it finally canceled that out. Now, this will be interesting to see if it put a partial one on there, and it did. Well, let's go see what that did. Okay. Maybe, okay, that's cool. That's a partial. I like that. I'm good with that. So I just wonder now, if I've got this highlighted, and if I go down here to the rendering, there's 2 ways you can render. I just recently found out about this one, so I'm going to make this one Untitled 3. I'm not going to change my location because I know that's where I want it. I'm not going to change this. I'm looking for if it says render all or just render what's selected. Now I'm going to go ahead and kill this one so I don't get confused, because that way I'll be good. So I'm going to call it Untitled 3. I want it to go there. That's cool. Individual clips, maybe? Single clip. Individual clips. Renders each source. Okay, I'll leave it where it's at. The MP4 is what I want. Advanced settings. Maybe it's in advanced settings. No, that's not what I want. So we're going to go over here. So I'm going to go ahead and add to the render queue. Then you come over here and you hit render all. But I think this is going to get everything. I don't think this is going to get the area that I highlighted. So I'm going to hit render all. You know what? I see you brought your front with your back this time. Okay. So it looks like maybe, I don't know if I can follow along with this or not. Um, it's still showing an hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to let it go a little bit because it's actually already to the 6th picture. So I'm going to let it go just for a moment, just to see. Hey Blackwatch, did you get notification or not? I'm just curious if YouTube's got that little problem not fixed yet or not. I know. I know. You did get the notification. That's good. I called them up and I said, "Do you know who my wife is? I want that notification bell fixed." And they were like, "Oh, right away. We'll get that fixed. We do know who your wife is." That's an inside joke. Mrs. K is Filipina, and women in general want things their way, and Filipino women want their things twice as much as any woman. So she's not here. I can get away with saying that. She's never going to watch this clip, so I can get away with saying it. None of her friends are going to watch it, so I can get away with saying it. Of course, now tonight I go to dinner. She goes, "What'd you say about me?" But do you know who my wife is? Has been around for a long time. I guess it's a form of respect I'm giving her. I don't know. Good to know. I don't get about 10 minutes. I got. Yeah, I've noticed. Like I said earlier, I will have watched something and moved on and be doing something else, and all of a sudden I'll get notification that Doug Betts is live, or Carrie Holzman is live, or like the while ago, Casey Ferris is live. It's done and over with. So I'm gonna let this get to about 10%. And see where, because we're at 4% right now. Everybody ready for winter? I've decided I'm not cutting the grass anymore this year. Of course, that means I'll cut it at least twice. Hopefully this week we're going to get a little bit of sunshine, because I've decided I'm going to get the chicken coop done. That way they'll be protected from the elements, the snow, the wind, the cold. Worked real good last year. I put 2 tarps around the coop. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. It's just one way of putting it. And not that I'm bragging, but I married 2 of them. Not at the same time, obviously. So this looks like it's getting, it shows us along down here. This box right here should change right there. I'll put the cursor right there and see if it moves. It should. We're at 5%. So we'll see if it jumps on the next one or not. And then I'll play it out. And I hate doing this, especially on a live stream, because it's the only way I can really see if the changes that I'm making are being effective or not. Get some of that $1,900 that they were talking about the other day on Carrie Stream, and I could build a fantastic computer. But then I'd find something else to complain about. Colorful time. That's funny. So I haven't seen it jump yet. It was 7%. So Gary, you say you are ready for winter. Anybody interested in doing a Zoom session? 5:36 in Central Illinois, 6:36 on the East Coast, 4:36 on the West Coast. if you stop and think about it, I guess it does have to do quite a bit because there's quite a bit of movement on this going on. Um, let that run. I'm going to check this message. It hadn't changed yet, and we're at 8%. Let's see. I don't know why they're highlighted in blue. 11's blue, 15's blue, and then I don't know about the rest of them. We will see. They change each other's mind. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I struggle with one. 9% and still hasn't moved. Put a sign. Blackwatch put a at sign for Ken. At sign. Okay, so the top screen changed, but I don't think that bottom one moved over, or it might have. We're at 10%. Oh, there it changed. And surely to goodness the mouse isn't moving at the same. No, that can't happen. Oh, I'm watching the bottom move too. So if hopefully here in about, I'm gonna let it go because I'm watching the bottom move. I'm watching this line down here move, and if it stops right there, then you can highlight an area and render out certain areas instead of the whole thing, and that would actually be good because then I can render, make a change render, make a change render, make a change render, and then when I get everything the way I want it, I can render the whole thing out, and then as time consuming as that would be, that's fine. Then I can go back to catching up on clickbait and Squid Games. So did it stop? No. Oh wait, no, it did get all four, or the first three that I highlighted. So let it get about halfway through here. 16%. Little things. So that looks to be pretty close to halfway. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. It's showing it's got 40 minutes remaining, and it probably does because I gauged it off of this thing right here. What I usually do is I'll start rendering and I jump over to the other computer, and today it's Squid Games and clickbait. So I'm going to go ahead and let this get to the, I might as well go ahead and grab one more set of pictures here. Oh, my neck. Hey, there she is. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Yeah, go ahead, rub it in, 70 degrees. Everybody say hello to Burita. She and I went to school together, graduated in the same year. That was many, many moons ago. I'm just trying to help her out right now. Her husband recently passed away, so been keeping in decent communication, trying to keep her spirits going. So we're past that. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And yeah, the flower beds, Gary, I worked on them yesterday. I got them prepared for winter as best I could. This is an experiment of sorts because last year, you know, I had the bah humbug, let nature do its thing. So I stopped it. It shows that it's canceled. I'm going to go into here and see if it did, in fact, get those 4 frames or not. And this should be alphabetical. So it should be, I believe, right here. Let's see. There's the first one with the first 3. They're in there. There's the second one with the second 3. And it moves up. And it moves. See how that moved over? That's pretty cool. So yeah, I think if this stops, I can just render partial and go from there. Cool. It should stop right. Yep, good deal. And it goes back. Fantastic. That is great to know right there. I mean, that is just good to know. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't need it piling up. So good to go. We are currently, by the weather app, .42 degrees and rain, which probably is going to be cold as all get out. So everybody that's new here, primarily on my channel, I do a lot of DaVinci Resolve. As the old timers know, I've gotten into Photoshop lately. Doug, playing around with him a little bit. Then this is kind of where I got it, but I've got issues going on with that. I'm going to show 57. Boy, that'd be nice. I'm going to show, for everyone that's new, this is where we're at with the 3 added. And then the theme from Charlie Brown plays under this, but I'm not going to play it because I will catch a copyright violation. So then the other thing I do from time to time is gardening. In fact, while this is playing, I will be right back. So once this is done, I'll show you what I went and got. It'll make somewhat sense. These are all my grandchildren, as most everyone knows, with the effects. And this is just a screensaver for us, unless you guys want a screensaver of my grandkids. Special today and today only, $9.99. And I can hear the music, but the music, you guys can't hear it. And they just celebrated their 3rd birthday, even though they won't be 3 until December. I still want to be around when them kids realize their birthday's in December. That's going to be fun. Because then they're going to want birthday and Christmas, both. That will be fun. So I can't really see the buttons. Alright, so a while back I did an experiment with plants with the roses, and that worked out good. I actually planted 6 rose bushes that I cloned. Basically that's what it is. You cut it off, grow it. I put 6 in the ground. That's what I covered up yesterday. And I did a thing a while back with using plastic bottles for humidity to grow plants after I rooted them. So I did a rooting project, and I did a rose project, and I did the project there. So I'm going to move this in case any water drips. This is one of the ones I grew in a plastic bottle, and today I transplanted it over to a container just to see how it will grow, or if it will grow. Hopefully that it will. Now this plant right here started out being rooted in that dirty glass right there, and it worked just fine. That one was with soil in the bottom of the plastic, bottle here. This is my drinking water. And this one was done at the same time, but it didn't have soil. It was just being grown with humidity. And you can see there's a little bit of a difference. This one's got really good growth. It's got 6 leaves on it. This one's got 4 leaves on it. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to put them right back in the same spot they were in, which is a good growing area on my desk, and they're kind of out of harm's way. And that's my other passion. Plants are actually... Hey, Chris Garrett, there you are. I'm guessing the snoring didn't wake you up last night. But you didn't miss anything. I didn't stream last night. Thank you. They are quite enjoyable. And I'm working on a new project. I mentioned this earlier today that I'm going to actually do 4 projects, one for each grandchild, from a couple days old until whatever point in time I decide I'm going to shut it off, as far as where I'm going to say, okay, I'm done, this is what you get, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy graduation, whatever the occasion may or may not be. Man, I got to get on my hairdresser. She kind of let me down today. I mean, I've got, anyone that's been around for a while knows I've got all kind of videos and things that I do. Halloween's come and gone, so I don't have to worry about finishing that project, do I? So this is good. I like that. I'm glad that I figured that out. That is super, super cool. So a while ago, I had done this, and I was trying to edit something in here. I'm like, doggone it, why can't I edit this? And then I realized, because I'm over here on the rendering tab, and I'm not on the edit tab. And once I went back to the edit tab, lo and behold, it worked just fine. So I'm going to see who remembers this car. That look familiar to anyone? There's 2 people that know about this car. And no, she was never in my car. Let's not go there, Black Watch. That was the car I had when I was a senior in high school. Loved that car. I'll go back over here. Alright, I don't see it. Oh, wait. Thanks, Chris. Could have told me 10 minutes ago. You're right, you can't see it. My bad. Damn buttons. I have to talk to Doug about that. I need to get me one of them button pusher things. Come on, let me have it. Let me hear it. Okay, let's try this again. Now, can you see the car? I had stock rims on the front. Yeah, I had a 68 Camaro. Same color. I didn't have the white stripes up front though. It was a solid blue. I had G60s on the back end with Krager SS's. Oh my God, yeah. A burnout. I did several burnouts on that thing. Yeah, 68. So, loved it. Loved it. I wished I'd have never sold it, but, you know, you do what you do. And then this project. I'll show you guys. Well, some of you have seen it already. Why didn't that open? There we go. So this is, everything's basically built around my grandkids. I like this ring effect, tunnel effect, whatever you want to call it. And I actually figured out how to do it using the planes that are toward the end. And I thought, well, that'd look cool if I could incorporate the kids in there somehow. So I did. There's baby Ara, the youngest grandchild. And then there we go. So Tim Soul gave me permission to use his airplane picture, which was very nice of him. Appreciated that. There's the rooting project. What one was I going to show you guys? Oh, right here. Yeah, it's probably Doug. So the dead laptop one, that's my brother's broken laptop. And then I added in there, it works. No, it's not working. It's still dead. But all I did was I put this video to project, if you will, onto the dead laptop. That's from when we were driving down the road playing around with the 35mm camera. Then the rooting project, there's one there, there's one there, there's three. This is 1 and 2. And then the final version and the pumpkins and the aquarium. So, you know, I think it's got a short in it somewhere. When you turn it on, lights that aren't supposed to stay on. And I haven't taken the time to take it back apart yet to look at it. And even if I did, I wouldn't know how to find the short if it literally jumped up and said, "Here I am." So I don't know. I don't remember if this worked or not. I don't think it did. But I mean, the screen's good. I've been pulling part. I've already pulled the hard drive out of it. I'm using the hard drive elsewhere. So apparently this didn't work. I don't see anything there. So why am I not seeing anything there? Interesting. I bet the media's, no, the media's there. Surely it's not taking that long to load in. Oh, I'm surprised someone didn't hit me up with the "Stop Calling Me Shirley" airplane. Hell of a funny movie. Yeah, it's an HP. Horrible product. He just used it to run a timer for his poker games that he runs, and it just quit working. So I went in and took everything off. I don't know what's up with that. Why that's not working. Let's see if this will show up over here. Nope. So that's obviously not good. So what is this one? This is effects transfer is going to go bye-bye. So has anybody got anything on their mind, or they want to see, or reminisce, or go back? I'll wait. So this is when I first started out. I wish these were dated. I was trying to get that "Happy Birthday to You" that's across the middle at an angle, and I could never get it to work right. The text is simple, easy. So I'm not going to get rid of that one. I was the autopilot in airplane. Yeah. I've actually had good luck with my old HP Pavilion carrier. Had the one he upgraded for. Yeah, I'll tear it apart one of these days. I don't know. I'll get really rambunctious and fix it for him. So I really need to get some rhyme or reason. Oh, this is when I was learning to put things in different spots. So the Indianapolis 500, or no, this was it's a grand road course somewhere. It's not Indianapolis. I don't remember where it was at, but then I added the video from the girls here and something down here, and this is what I was learning, and then I go in there and put it all together elsewhere. I should use this video right here in the screensaver I've got going on. I think I might do that. There's my cichlids. Boy, I miss those fish. That was in my 110-gallon tank. Beautiful fish. I'll do that one day. I'll do an entire video on my fish. That's a Plecostomus. It's about 14 inches long. I didn't. Their dad, my son did. I didn't put them in the pen. They were trying to look at the chickens when the chickens were really young, Um, I found it cute that she was trying to get up in there to get him. No fear whatsoever. No fear whatsoever. No, I would not put him in there, but if I could find that video, it's so cute because the one granddaughter goes in there and then the other granddaughter closes the door behind her. It's so funny right there. So again, I apologize. I need to go over here, catch this text. And get caught up on that. So the only... And I apologize. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Tonight you're having chicken. I don't know what we're having tonight. I'm cooking, but I don't know what I'm going to cook yet. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let you guys watch that. I need to see what's going on here. I titled this Blurred Intro, and it's not necessarily blurred. It's just a bunch of random numbers that are three-digitalized, if there is such a word. I went to Eminence High School, so I can get away with that. And it ended up being my intro, which I'm going to work on that as well. So let's jump over to here, see how long I've been yammering, and that's going to be this one. So an hour and 18 minutes, pretty good, not too bad. So Gary, I will keep working on, oh my gosh. I'll animate that stuff and I'll fill in the gaps with little stuff. The problem is I've got to go get the pictures, bring them over into the media, and then go from there. It's just time consuming. It really is. If B.H. Ringler was here, I'd have a question for him, but he's not. He hasn't joined us yet. Hopefully all is well with him. I know he's stacking up his winter firewood for his heating source. So we're good to go. Anyway, there it is. 6 o'clock, train clock. I know you guys are disturbed by it, but I literally can block it out. It doesn't even faze me anymore, especially at night. I keep the door open and the cat jumps. That was the train clock. That's I wanted to get a wall clock, and that was the only one they had that I like, so it makes a lot of noise. I was really hoping it to have different effects than it did. I was really hoping it to be programmable, but it's not. It's just real simple. So it's just a train, just a picture of a train coming down the tracks. Yeah, a little over an hour, actually, RM. I believe I've been live now for an hour and 20 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to fill in some blanks here. I got to let it get all rendered in. There we go. I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed where it's at. Appreciate everyone being here. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go deal with what's going on. Probably will be, I don't know, I may be live later tonight, but it'll be late. 10. Yeah. Yeah, I need. Yeah, this is getting out of hand. So I'm gonna end this. Blackwatch will probably talk later tonight, and I may go live later tonight if anyone's interested. Let me know. If you got something on your mind, let me know. If you've got a specific effect you would like to see me try to accomplish, let me know. Just let me know. Thanks for watching. Tony Wallow, Blackwatch, Chris, Gary, my classmate. Just reach out if you need anything. Yeah, if your snoring wakes you up, that's true. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to everybody later. Bye for now.